I think that most of what we can do will be AI'd and could be AI'd and could be automated. And I'll give you a different type of example, right? So we work in, our main market is software engineers, right? That was coming up to 22, 23 was 47% of our business, right? In our record year. Spin that on 12 months, coding, right? Writing code is not such a dark art or a special thing anymore. And I do a lot of these podcasts all the time, like leader series with tech leaders, and they talk about the same thing. So AI has destroyed that market somewhat, right? Not entirely. And it's now about 19% of our revenue. So we've moved into areas such as cyber, more embedded software engineers, AI, et cetera, data, that we've had to spin into different bits because pivot, as Tim Cook would call it, because that particular area of the market has stopped, right? So that's just an example of what can be automated. A lot of what we can do can be automated.
Yeah.
The searches could be automated. The reach outs, the emails, the branding, the social media, the bloody training probably, could be automated, right? But I don't believe what can be automated is picking up the phone and charming someone to making them think you're amazing at your job.
Absolutely. That is the final, for sure. I think in 2 years, 80% of what recruiters do, maybe 3 years, 80% of what recruiters do could be done by AI. But the human connection part, you can't really replace that. And understanding human motivation as well, like when you're talking to a candidate and they say one thing, but reading between the lines, you're picking up something else from their tone of voice or the way they answer the question, and then being able to navigate the hiring process between two different parties who, I don't see how that part could be done by a machine.
When people are sending emails, when people are living on LinkedIn, social media, that sort of stuff, when they're doing that, they're doing something that can be automated. When they're picking up the phone and talking to people on the phone, they're doing something that, the world would be very weird when that can be automated. I think we'll probably wrap
that
up
will
and
come,
go home.
David. That's the thing.
Probably,
yeah.
But so we try as much as possible to say, love these conversations, right? Gamify them, make them fun, make them see how you enjoy this. Pick up the phone, make phone calls, this is how you do it. And obviously that links into Teams calls, your Teams video chats, that sort of thing, because this is how you do it. But the other thing I always think about in recruitment is you're representing the client and you're representing the candidate. And this is why we interview based on passion, based on charisma, based on, your communication skills, all that sort of thing, as well as if you don't really know about the hard work element, that sort of thing. Because when you speak to a client, basically what they're buying into is, I want you to represent me to these candidates out there. That's why I'm going to speak to you and not that one, right? And the candidate's the same. Like, you seem good. You seem to be working with good clients, and I would like you to go and talk about me to those clients. So it's that element of you can only get that across. You can write a beautiful email. I can use Copilot to write a beautiful email tomorrow, right? But I can't use Copilot to make my phone calls better. Well, actually, I can, because it can tell me all the questions I can ask, but I'm going to be the one asking the questions. So we try to do that. And that's really where I kind of come to with what does a recruiter do? What a recruiter does is it has the human interaction, the human touch, right? And if we can really get that into the heads of recruiters, that this is where your value is, this is what you do, right? You meet people, you talk to people, you network, you find out things, you are there, you build your base and your platform and your network and your people, and they know you and they like you and they trust you, and that's what you do. And if you've got a million automated tools around you helping you to do it even better, happy days. But never forget that what your key part in this process is. And that's what we try to kind of get across with people at GCS.